Let's get the gearbox all changed on this lovely Citroën 2CV. So we're going to do this today while it's nice and warm. I've just been out for a run, so now it is time to do this. We have the proper oil down here. So this car needs mineral oil and it needs to be GL4. So we have things like brass and bronze inside the gearbox for the synchros, so we need this particular oil. If we use GL5, that has lots of stuff in that will basically damage the yellow metals inside this. So got a pan to drain it out. We have new plugs here, so we have a couple of magnetic ones. Actually that's one for the engine, I'll do that later. So we just need one magnetic one, and then we've got a new fill plug there, and we have a 21mm socket. So let's get to this. Okay, just clean the fill plug up there with a little bit of brake cleaner, and then what I'm going to do is just open that very slightly. First of all, just to check it actually comes off, and secondly to allow air in for when we undo the drain plug at the bottom. Let's reach in there with the 21mm. Check the new one is the same as the old one. Yeah, that looks pretty good to me. Just going to chock the back wheel before I go laying underneath it. It's not that I don't trust it, it's just, yeah, good practice. Okay, so let's get underneath this now and see what comes out. So this one here is the engine drain plug, and the one that we're going for is the one a bit further back, this one up here. So let's get that undone. So I have backed the car into this parking space so that this drain plug is facing downhill. Cool. That's really on there. Right, let's put the phone down, get that loosened off. Okay, that's loose. I don't think this has been done for a while. In the Haynes manual it does say do this every 12,000 miles, but I suspect it hasn't been done for a long time. So let's see what the quality is when it comes out. This is where I get covered in oil. Okay, we keep that pushed up against the threads until it's fully out, and I'll still get it all over the place, trust me. Here we go. There we go. Okay, yeah, that's fairly dirty, that stuff, so I'm going to let that fully drain out. And there we go, that's the magnetic plug. So there is definitely some stuff on there, but I mean, I suppose the plug is doing its job, but I would say, yeah, it was definitely in need of an oil change. So we'll get this one chucked away and we'll use our nice clean one. Right, just clean around the drain plug. And then we put the nice new magnetic plug back in with a new washer. Just firm it up, don't go crazy, just enough to crush that washer down a bit. Lovely. And now let's get some fresh oil back into it. So I did buy two of these, so these are 1 litre, I've got 2 litres there. It turns out, I think, according to the Citroën book, that yeah, I bought too much there, so it does need here, where's it gone? Let's have a look. Engine oil, no, that's yeah, gearbox oil, so capacity 0.9 litres. Yeah, so you know, I've got one too many there, but I think what I will do with this car, because of the state of the oil and also how metallic that drain plug was, today I'm going to change the oil, and then I'm going to run it around for a bit, and then I'm going to change the oil again after maybe 500 miles or so with new drain plugs, just to really ensure that I'm looking after this gearbox. Best invention ever. Right, so this is a bit awkward to film, but I'm going to use that flexible spout, and we're going to reach down to the fill hole down here, and I'm going to put most of that bottle in there until it starts to run out, and then I'll take the bottle away, let it run out into the bucket that I put down there, and basically when it stops running out, then we're going to replace the fill plug with a new one. Right, that's the lot gone in, so it's not dripping out because we are basically on a bit of a slope here, so we're going to basically leave it there, and this will actually only be in for 500 miles anyway, because I will be changing this again. Right, nice fresh fill plug and washer. There we go, job done. So that took 1 litre. It's between 0.9 and 1 litre apparently it takes in there, so that should be okay. What I'm going to do, as I said, I'm going to run it around for 500 miles, and then we're going to change it with this other one that I bought accidentally, so we'll get that done as well. And that way we know the gearbox oil is lovely and fresh. So let's have a look at that old oil very quickly. So when I catch that in the light, you can see that has not been done for a while. That is very old oil there. Lots of different sort of things in there really. So it does look like though that the drain plug has caught a lot of the stuff in there, but still that's very dirty. So I'll just tip that out and we'll have a look at the bottom of this pan. Okay, we have the phone in one hand, the oil pan in the other. Yeah, we go, master at work. There we go, bit of light sparklage. It is, you know, it's a classic car, an older car. That doesn't look too bad to me. So what I'm going to do with this oil now is I'll change the engine oil every 3,000 miles as recommended, and I will be doing the oil every second engine oil change. So basically I'll be doing the gearbox oil now every 6,000 miles, and that should keep on top of that. So there we are. Going to go for a quick test drive just to make sure that's all working okay, and yeah, we're all done. I'll see you for the next one.